Hello guys, welcome back to the True Colors podcast. If you're a new viewer, thank you for coming. If you are a repeated viewer, I love you, thank you for coming. And if nobody's told you today, I love you. I am here with Rebecca today. Say what's up, Rebecca.
What's up, Rebecca? What's up, Rebecca? Just kidding.
And today we're going to talk about a bunch of fun things. So let's get started. Rebecca, what do you identify as? Bi, lesbian, she, her, but
Rebecca?
also she,
Rebecca. Also
she, her.
She, her.
Okay.
First. And you know what? Identity. Look at that. I guess bisexual.
Yeah.
bisexual. Yeah.
But I don't know. I've kind of labels, and it sounds like super middle school on a t-shirt. Labels are for soup cans, but I don't know. I'm kind of just like, if I'm vibing with you, I'm vibing with you.
Okay.
So.
Yeah. No, I get that. When did you come out as bi? When did you realize that you were bi or whatever you identify as? When did you realize that you were a little different than everybody else?
You know what? That's a good question. My coming out story, well, honestly, you come out to every new person you meet.
Yeah, that's what my last person said. Yeah.
Like my favorite coming out story, because it's kind of funny, is to my mom.
Aww.
So it has a good ending, I promise. So I'm like, I'm in middle school, I'm trying to kiss people. I kiss my first girl, right?
Oh, yes.
And I'm like, wait a minute.
Wait a minute.
And, it starts out like, you know what, we should practice because we don't know how to make out, when really, no, I wanted to kiss her. She was really cute.
Yes.
So we kiss, she's my best friend. She's spending the night. We're like, oh my gosh. And then, you know what? She was in middle school. I don't fault her. But somebody found out.
Oh, yeah.
She had a big panic, even though we agreed.
Yeah, middle school is kind of when everybody, like, if you're different, then you kind of start freaking out. Like, somebody said I smoked in middle school, and I was
like, oh my god, like, why would they ever say that?
and it's like when all the, like, people are talking and starting to talk because you're trying, kind of, like, finding your personality, and so people are judging.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And so somebody found out. She freaked out. She was like, I'm not gay. Oh my gosh. It was kind of from a movie.
Yeah.
Honestly, because she was like, I'm not gay. Rebecca's obsessed with me. I don't know.
I don't know.
Right? So there's bullying. There's the whole shebang. All the cliches. So I go to my mom one night.
And I'm like, Mom, I can't go to school tomorrow.
And it's like very dramatic.
Yeah, I would be too.
And she was like, oh my gosh, like what's going on?
Yeah.
And I was like, I can't tell you. We went back and forth for about, I don't know, probably 20 minutes of me going, I can't tell you, but I can't go. I can't tell you, I can't go.
Yeah.
And then finally I was like,
Mom, I kissed my best friend.
and I think I like girls.
Aww.
Bless my mom's heart. She literally looks at me and she goes, that's it?
That's it.
That's it. Aww.
And I was like, yeah. And she goes,
she was thinking it was something crazy.
okay, well, we all kiss girls. What are you talking about? And I was like, no, but Mama, like, I liked it.
Oh.
And she goes,
Okay. Oh.
what?
That's so understanding. I love
I
that.
know.
That's so sweet.
I know. And I try to check my privilege because I understand that's not the case with everybody.
Yeah.
But part of me
Yeah.
is like, Mom, this was supposed to be like a story.
Yeah.
And you ruined it by saying just, oh, okay.
That's kind of how my dad was too, because like so many people are like totally off by their parents and it's like so sad, but it makes you even more grateful when your parents are understanding.
Oh no, shout out to Laura and Pete. That's my mom and dad's.
Laura and Pete, we love you guys.
They truly were like, this is not a big deal. What are you talking about?
Yeah, that's awesome.
So-
Yeah, everybody has like a totally different story or like different stories about everything, and I was so worried to tell my dad too because I was like, oh my god, I don't know what he's gonna say. Like I thought he would be judgy or like certain things, but sometimes you don't have to be so scared to tell people, and even if you're not really accepted, it's like you don't have to be scared to be who you are.
Oh, absolutely.
And that's a huge thing, is like there's so many people that haven't come out yet, and it's crazy to me because I've been out for like a while, like not that long, but it feels like a lifetime after you've been out. Like you've been out since middle school, and how old are you now?
I'm 29.
Okay, yeah, so that's a while, and I didn't come out till I was like after high school. Yeah, for you to come out at such an early age and be so accepted by it is just amazing, and I love that.
Oh, I'm very lucky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I think about that, like you were saying. Like I think about that a lot. That like it could have went in such a different direction. And I mean, like, yes, obviously growing up, I knew my parents were like very accepting people, but you still just like, you never know. And it was like I said, I was so stressed to tell her.
Yeah, for sure.
Even knowing that, so I couldn't imagine.
Yeah, oh, that's awesome. Have you ever like dated a girl or been more intimate with one after that, or no?
Oh yeah.
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 I mean, I'm not the red.
But no, I did, and that was actually an interesting conversation with my mom too. She didn't care who I was interested in, but then she was kind of like, wait a minute.
Sleepovers?
Yeah, right. Right.
There's definitely a conversation in my house.
I actually, shortly after that, I had my first girlfriend, who was not my best friend, who caused bullying.
That's good.
Like I said, no, we don't falter. You know what? You're 13, you panic. I had my first little girlfriend, and she split her time between like her mom and dad's house.
And her dad's house was really close to mine.
So, you know, that every other weekend.
Did your mom know about that, or?
No, but yes. So at first, you know, because now she knew that I liked girls. So I was like,
so she's like questioning it.
Yeah, so like I can't go telling her that this is my girlfriend, because then she's not gonna let me sleep over there.
Yeah, okay.
And so I kept on the DL for a little bit. But then she was I think she and my dad both kind of were like, you guys are in your room just like hanging out a lot.
Yeah, because they could tell. They're your parents, you know?
Yeah, and
like,
also your first girlfriend, once you realize that you like girls, your first girlfriend, you're insane about it.
Yes, and it changes your life.
And
changes
you're like,
trajectory.
And all you want to do is talk about it. So all I did was talk about her.
Yeah.
All day, dinner conversations, all about her.
Yeah, they definitely knew.
Oh yeah, they knew. But I don't know, my mom always made the joke. She was like, well, can't get pregnant?
My mom said that the other day too.
P.S. Not to say I was being wild.
Yeah.
In middle school, I promise.
Yeah. But it's you're figuring yourself out and everything. Yeah.
So yeah, that was my first girlfriend, and that was really, it's like I've dated casually women and girls. Yeah. Throughout my life, but that was I feel like maybe because it was the first one, I was like, it's monumental.
Yeah, it's so different, and it's like hard to get away from that attachment as well. It's like because they just make you realize so much, and it's so relationships with girls, you have so many emotions compared to like men, so it's like way different. Oh, Live Journal was filled with my little poems about her. Oh, that's so sweet. I'd be checking her Live Journal every day. Like,
did she write something about me?
Yeah, girls are so different because they're like so emotional for sure, and they like, yeah, they're so sweet, and men don't really know how to speak on their feelings, I've realized a lot. So especially, what's your love language?
Probably touch.
Okay, yeah, mine is like words of affirmation. So like girls always speak their mind, so it's like, oh, I love it. I love when girls are like being really sweet and nice. And I'm gonna go back to how you said the first girl you talked to kind of went out and said that she didn't like girls, and she was like all like, whoa, like blah blah blah. That happened to the first girl I talked to, and it was in 4th grade, and we like were doing stuff, and she like went to her mom. I stayed the night at her house, and she went to her mom, and she was like, she was touching me, like, I didn't agree with this, like, blah, 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 like, all this stuff. She's like, I'm gonna tell her mom, like, we need to get her parents involved and all this stuff. They didn't actually end up telling my mom, but it ended up, like, scaring the absolute crap out of me. And so after that, I didn't come out until I was, like, 21, or, yeah, about that time.
But you knew the whole time.
Yeah.
I was like, it was inner homophobia because I went to church my whole life, and I was so scared. I was like, no, like, I'm not gay. But like, I had these feelings, and I didn't really know like what it was, or nobody really like was out and proud in front of me that like told me it was okay. So I also instantly thought that it was like a bad thing, or like it was like kind of a shun. So I
definitely understand. Okay. Yes, thank you. It's not a bad thing. You're good.
I totally get that now, but like at the time when I was younger, it's like I just felt like totally different, and like I never liked men, but I thought that was normal, and I thought that was normal to like not be sexually attracted to men. So I was just like, yeah, I would be like attracted to men. So I was just like, yeah, I would be like with men, and I'd just be like,
oh, I guess this is how it's gonna be.
See, now we need to discuss that. Actually,
yes,
because now I love men, right?
Yeah,
but when I found out that, I was like, wait,
everybody is not wanting to kiss girls. Yeah?
Wild statement.
Yeah.
Oh my fucking mind, like literally.
And yeah, to just sit there and be like, wait, everybody's not feeling this way too?
Yeah. That was a
weird.
revelation for me for sure. And I was like, I just thought it was so normal to not really be attracted to men but still be with them, because girls were always like, well, they're kind of gross, but like I just stay with them. And I'm like, okay. And that happens a lot in relationships too, and like it's just weird. Did you grow up like going to church at all, or were your parents more like
so no.
Yeah.
My mom, she always kind of explained herself as just a spiritual person, I guess.
I could see that.
And so she like we went to church sometimes, like growing up.
Yeah.
Not my dad. My dad was very much, he'll do what my mom asks him, but like he's not trying to go to church.
Yeah.
but he would, obviously, if
Yeah.
she asked him. But she also was like, I'm not making you go somewhere you don't want to be.
Yeah, more easygoing. Yeah, my parents kind of forced me, so that's good. But it was like, I was just confused the whole time. And they're like, you're going to church. Sometimes I would go because we would get food afterwards.
Oh, period.
And I was like, I want White Castle, yeah.
Oh, White Castle.
Yeah, we would go to White Castle all the time afterwards. Sorry, Mom and Dad. I don't know. I don't know. I still like question my religion and like everything about that along those lines, because it's just like, I don't know. Yeah. When you're raised a certain way,
it's hard to break that.
yeah, it makes it so different, and it's still like confusing to me because I don't understand the Bible. I've never understood it, or like people that are like, oh, go with God and don't focus on your mental health or like anything like that. It's just like God is the way, and like if you're ever feeling some type of way, like just listen to God or pray on it. And I'm like, well, what about mental health, and what about like looking into the brain and like all that? Now that I'm in therapy, my therapist is into religion, like she goes to church and she teaches about God and everything, but she's also like way into like therapy and psychology and like the brain and like how we work. And so I love that, and I think it's like kind of helping me in a big way to realize that like everything doesn't have to be about religion, and you don't have to rely on just God to fix your problems, I feel like. Yeah. Yeah. Do you have like a type with women? Do you like certain types of looking?
I got no types.
So I do love me a mask.
Yeah.
I don't even lie. And I know that like PC, we're not supposed to like, categorize people, but it's true.
Yeah.
Specifically, I love me a mask that has a little emotions and soft
soft mask.
Maybe like a little femme.
Yeah.
But also, I won't even lie, I am my own type.
Yeah. I feel you.
You have no idea how many times I've been like, oh my god, that girl's so hot, and then all my friends are like, did you look in a mirror?
Do you like yourself? Do you just love yourself? That's a good thing though.
Confidence.
Yeah, I feel the same way. I'm like, I really like girls that are like me, that are not too feminine but not too masculine, because too masculine, they remind me of a man if they have like short hair, buzz cut. I'm like
oh, I love hair.
Yeah, I love hair too. I love long-haired women, but if they're like too girly, it's almost like a turn off to me, because I'm not too girly myself, and I don't want to like have to cater to them doing their nails and worrying about that. And it's like, I love, see, like that's fine, but it's like, I think it's more of like the persona, like the energy that they bring, not like how they dress, how they do their hair, how they do their makeup, but more so like what they present themselves as, if they're more girly and like
but like along those lines, I don't know if you've ever noticed this, and I mean, no hate to live your best lives, everybody, be your truest selves, but I feel like so often with girls like that, there's also like an internalized like misogyny kind of. Like, I don't know, not all the time. I know that there are lots of people, I'm sure, that are true to themselves, they just really are, but like, I just feel like with my experience, like it's like they have an internalized of like, they feel like they need to be doing this. They need, like,
that's true.
And it becomes the most important thing. And they have to please society because this is what a girl looks like. This is what a girl does.
What a girl wants,
what a girl needs. Oh my goodness. Don't get me started on Christina.
Yeah, everybody has their certain like likes and don't like. So it's like normal to be able to say what you want and what you don't want. I think even if I went for like a more feminine girl, it's like I like the energy that people bring to the table. I think that's what I was trying to say, is the energy. As long as I don't have to like cater to waiting forever for you to do your makeup, I guess that's no, but I don't even know what I'm talking about because I like to do my makeup too, so it's okay.
Yeah, no, I do. I love me.
Yeah, me
a good
too.
makeup look.
Sometimes it takes me like an hour, sometimes it takes me sometimes I take my time, so it's like I can't even say that.
My favorite thing ever when I'm like going somewhere is taking my freaking time getting ready, just because it's like fun, like,
Yes.
listening to music.
Yeah.
And like if I have to be somewhere,
I love that.
like I have to leave my house at 1, I'm gonna start at 11 just so I know.
And it's
I
like
have some
self-care.
time.
Yeah, it's self-care to be able to do that and like take care of yourself.
Love
Everybody
self-care.
does their self-care in different ways, and I love that. What is one thing that you would tell anybody that hasn't come out yet, or is kind of scared to come out, or they're like a baby gay, like still testing the waters and stuff like that, or worried about what their parents might think, what their family might think, friends?
Well, first I would tell them definitely like there is no rush.
Yes.
You know, like you get to do everything at your own pace, whether it's telling people, whether it's like connecting with people,
Yeah.
like anything. You get to do it at your own pace. Because I feel like that is something I struggled with so much, especially as I became like an adult. And like I'm surrounding myself with more gay people, and like I'm meeting more gay women, and they're like, oh, you haven't done this. And you know what?
People are so judgy, especially gay people that have been out for a while. I'm like, stop it. Like, they're like, I don't like bi people. I'm like, dude, come on.
No, and that's actually something, when you were asking the question, I was like, that's what I want to touch on. Like, yes, that's something I want to tell all gay people. Don't rush.
Yeah.
All queer. But I gotta speak to my bi girlies, you know?
Yes.
Because, so, I'm gonna admit something.
Yeah.
I'm with a man.
I do have a boyfriend. I do.
That's okay.
But, and I just feel like for so long, I struggled with like, I'm not gay enough because I'm with a man. And like, yeah, I love men. And that is okay.
Yeah.
You can love men, and you can love women, and you can love they, thems, and you can love anybody you want.
Yes.
I don't know. That's really what I would want to say to the bi girlies.
Yeah, and be with somebody that's accepting of it, you know?
That's also something I would say to the bi girlies.
Yeah.
You're right. Like, you need to be with somebody that is accepting of your whole self.
Yes.
And validates your whole self.
That's
Even if you're with a woman, still, like, it's not just a problem with men, the validation, but like, you are just enough.
Yeah. Yeah, when I first came
Get on
out.
a t-shirt.
Yes, you are enough. When I first came out, I was with a girl, and she was like, we were talking for a while. She's like, oh, well, I don't like bi people. Like, if you're bi, you just tell me now, like, blah, blah, blah. But I had already fallen for her, so it was like,
I was like, oh, like I just like girls.
okay, like, blah, blah, blah. But I was still trying to figure it out. I was still figuring myself out. And everybody has, like, a certain timeline. It doesn't matter how long it takes you or, like, what you think. And things might always change. Like, you might say you're bi certain times, but then you might be like, oh, like, actually I might be a lesbian. Like, it doesn't really matter, which is what happened to me as well, because I kind of like hid that part of me for so long. And then the relationship was so bad, and it was like the first girl relationship I had, and I was like, well, if this is how girls are, you know, like, I was like, oh my god, like, maybe let me just go back to a guy and try it out. And it was also like, they were really abusive and stuff, and then this guy was the first person to notice and like call it out and be like, well, why are you with this person? Like, can I like help you in any way? And I was like, oh, okay. And I've heard like psychology, like, you'll definitely go for that person because it's like a sort of like comfort. And so I just instantly like went for them just to like not like kind of help me, you know. I was like, oh my god, like, thank god somebody noticed, because nobody ever would call it out or say anything. And it's not really like I needed somebody to call it out, but it's like I felt crazy because I felt like it was normal that they were treating me this way. And so I like got with that person for like 2 weeks, and then I was like, oh my god, I just totally don't like men. Like, it just made me really realize. And then I started dating a girl again after that, and I was like, okay, like, it all makes sense. Like, I don't want to be with a man. Yeah.
Back on track.
So yeah, now I'm a lesbian, and I feel like normal now. But like, yeah, you definitely question it and like go back and forth sometimes, and that's okay. It's like, you don't have to feel crazy or like different because like you're going back and forth. Like, definitely take your time to figure yourself out, because like this is your life and you can live your life as whatever way you think is fine. And no matter what somebody says, or they're like, you know, some people are fluid, so it's like they're like, oh, like I like a guy this day, or like I like a girl this day, or I like they them this day. And it's like, it doesn't matter who you are attracted to, you're just attracted to them, and that's fine. Yes.
Yes.
I just feel like finding yourself is a lifelong, not battle, but a lifelong like journey. Is you're always finding yourself. There's people that turn 50, 60, and then they come out and they've been straight their whole life, or married to a man, married to a woman. And it's like, I feel like so bad for people that are still in the closet and like their parents told them that it wasn't okay, or like people told them it wasn't okay. So they take like 50 years of their life to finally figure out that like that's what they want.
You should try everything. Try it. Try everything you want.
Try everything.
Yeah.
There's no rush.
Yeah.
You are enough. We got all the cliches.
Yes, right. Yeah, I'm gonna literally make some shirts and we're gonna wear them next time.
Honestly.
What's something that you would say to like your younger self when you hadn't come out yet to make you feel a little better?
You can kiss girls.
You know, Rebecca, kiss the girl.
Kiss her.
Kiss her.
No, and you know what else I would tell her? I would say, hey, you know that crush that you have on Alex from the OC?
Oh.
You know that crush? That's not because you're jealous of her hair. You know what? That's called a crush. That's a crush. You want to
Or
kiss
you want to
her.
like be like her or something. Yeah.
Oh, that is the biggest struggle of like, you think like, oh my gosh, she's just so pretty. I just want to, like, she's so cool. I want to dress like her. And like,
No, baby, you wanna fuck her, you know? Like, no, baby.
you're trying to get in that.
Y'all.
Sorry, it's a little graphic.
No, that's okay.
But,
be who you are.
but yeah, that's really what I would say. Like, hey, it's, and you know what? I would also say, it's valid.
Yeah.
You know what? It's valid. You like whoever you want. It's not that, okay, it is that deep because it's your identity.
Yeah.
But like, girl, stop worrying.
Yeah, I feel like our internal thoughts are so much worse than like what everybody else thinks, you know?
Yeah.
And some days are hard, some days are easy, but like some days your mind is attacking you and you're like, oh my god, like thinking all these thoughts, but then some days it's so easy. And I was thinking that on my way here. I was like, you know, you have your bad days, but you have so many good days. And remember when you're having like a bad day and these self-doubts, that it's only for a certain amount of time, and it's only just a day that you might be feeling bad, maybe a couple days or like a month. But like, remember that you're always going to go back to that person to be that when you're happy. You're always going to go back to being happy again and being in a good mood. And don't let your thoughts control you. Don't let your mind control you. And I know it's so cliche to be like, oh, be positive, manifest it, blah, blah, blah. But you literally have to work through your issues and push through these feelings of feeling like insecure and all this, and replace them with like good thoughts. And what I do is watch like good, positive podcasts, work out, do whatever I possibly can in order to get myself out of like bad moods and stuff like that, or feeling insecure about myself, because nobody's judging you as much as you're judging yourself. So yeah, always remember that for sure. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Watch the True Colors podcast.
Yes.
Right in that spirit with the True Colors podcast.
Subscribe. If anybody else would like to join the podcast, definitely hit me up and tell your truth. Don't ever be afraid to be your true self. We love you. We accept you no matter what. And yeah. Subscribe. Love you.